Yeah, Solid Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9 hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep. Go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laps in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card bar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card bar. Hey. Wild card bar. Wild card bar. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card bar. Wild card bar. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card bar. Wild card bar. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card bar. Wild card bar. I.O.W. Late night sports. Hey.
Give me a second, let me light up real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, welcome to the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Hour Edition, hosted by Mr. Modelo himself. You already know the name by now. You know what I'm saying? Wild Card Mark. You already know the vibe. Pull up, let's go.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's happening? What's happening? Welcome to another episode of I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition. This episode 295, and we are here. Yes, we are here with episode 295. As always, I am your proud host, the one, the only Wildcard Mar. And of course, if you see my face, you see my partner's face, my man MJ from NJ. He's rocking the double 11, the double ones for Larry Fitz. Hey P, where you at? Where you at? He rocking the Larry Fitz jersey. I like it. That joint fresh, bro. That joint fresh, man.
Sure, yes, sir.
Yeah, that joint
Actually bought it out in Arizona.
Oh man, you know what, man? I've been out to Arizona one time, man. I had a great time. It's nice out there, bro. Like obviously I'm down south, so the heat we get with the humidity added is something stupid. So I can't stand it. But out there,
Yeah, what part?
down here in just anywhere in the south, like the humidity is stupid. But I went to
I'm
Phoenix.
saying, like, what part of Arizona did you go to? That was,
Yeah, I went to Phoenix.
Okay, so it's the same thing.
Yeah.
My father lived in Tucson. It's the same weather.
Yeah, so it ain't too far, and same weather. That dry heat, I can do the dry heat, bro. I can do the dry heat. You know what I'm saying?
The way I say it though, 110 is 110 anyway. You cut the cake. That
Exactly.
motherfucker's hot. That's hot.
Exactly. Now 110 down south is more like 125 because you gotta add the humidity to that joint, and that joint is blazing. Like it's ridiculous.
But we get the same weather up here. You know, it could be 86 degrees and it feels like 102 because
I know that shit crazy. Now that shit crazy. I can't stand it. Damn humidity. Damn you. Mother Nature. But anyway, y'all know the deal. That was my guy 40, aka Silent Hill TDS. He got the great intro that he provided for us for the show. So go show my guy some love on his YouTube channel. And of course, while you over there, go follow us, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Bing! Yeah, lets you know every time we drop some content. So please go on over to I.O.W Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, and like I said, most importantly, YouTube, where all the content is at. I.O.W Sports 1 on Twitter. Y'all know where to follow me, Wildcard Mar on Facebook and Instagram, Casey Wildcard Mar on the Twitter. Hey, shout out to Let's Talk Sports. Of course, we are simulcasting the Late Night Owl show over there. So if you happen to be watching over there, please just do us a favor, go over to I.O.W Sports Network YouTube channel, give us a like, share, and follow on our YouTube channel as well. And then you can go back to Let's Talk Sports. So, much love and support to Let's Talk Sports for sure. But hey, how you doing, big homie? How was your Wednesday? We got over that hump today, man. Hump day?
Today was wild, man. I had my boy out, took my son out for a while. Mm-hmm. Played some ball with him, took him for a ride. Got him out the house. Got him out of the house.
Just got to get out the house sometimes, you feel me?
The kid, he wakes up so goddamn early, man. He's up by I swear, he's up by 5 o'clock, balls to the wall. And he wants YouTube, he wants his pancakes, he wants his toys, he wants to play with the remote, which is the TV remote, because he goes on YouTube and fucks with it. He'll get him having a disability, he'll play a song, stop, rewind, play, stop. Like if he hears a certain spot in that song that he likes, we'll keep rewinding and playing it.
Hey, trust. I know the feeling. I'm not shy about it. My daughter is nonverbal autistic, so she has some of the same characteristics as your son does, and she does similar things too. But man, hey, what's great about being a parent of a kid with a different disability that makes them different. I still treat my daughter the same way as if as my other daughter who is not autistic, but man, she's such a sweetheart, and smart as a whip, man. Like side story, and trust me, I'll make it quick. We'll get into sports. So those who are, trying to, talk about sports, we'll get there. But
we'll get there. Don't worry.
She locked me out my phone when she was 2 years old, and I took it to Verizon, and I'm like, y'all won't believe this. Like my daughter locked me out my phone. And she's 2 years old. It's like, no way. Well, you brought it to the right place. I'm with Verizon. They try to get in it. They go, Mr. Wallace, man, we can't get in the phone. I'm like, wait, y'all the people who supposed to get in the phone. Y'all got locked out by a 2-year-old. It was like, well, you got locked out first. I was like, so nah, we ain't gonna go back and forth. Who got embarrassed by the 2-year-old, but I'm laughing at y'all because y'all the phone people, and they couldn't get in the phone, dog. I don't know what she did to she did some kind of weird hacking thing, and I have no idea how she did it. But
I'm telling you, he's autistic. He's also got Down syndrome.
Yeah.
When it comes to technology, man, that kid knows his shit, man.
I know.
And he knows it better than I do. Using
I'm trying to convince now she's 7, so I'm trying to convince her to find a way to be one of them hackers and sneak some money into daddy's account. So
right. Disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer. These are jokes, y'all. These jokes. But no, man. Hey, family first always, man. We always are a family first type of entertainment network. So we love entertaining y'all, but at the end of the day, man, it's about the fam, man. So our fam always gonna hold you down. But let's get into tonight's show. We do got a few things to talk about, but y'all know how we get down on the Late Night Owl show. Me and MJ, we like to have some top plays. All right? It gets the juices flowing, starts the conversation flowing. And now these 2 plays I picked, they came from the same game and involved the same 2 people. All right.
Really?
Yeah, involved the same 2 people. And the reason why I chose it, because I think it's pretty dope. So this is what happened the first play, and it's going to lead right into our second top play. Let's check it out.
No ball screen. There's DeRozan on the catch. 4 to go. Inside. Williams got blocked by Pirtle. Oh, he packed it. And that's the end of the shot clock. It expires on them. Jakob Pirtle with some rim protection.
Mark, again, I go back to Great reaction by Pirtle, but there is so much length. Everybody's pulled over in help. Everybody's in position appropriately. The reason he can get to that block is his initial defensive position was excellent.
Hey, I love a good defensive play, man. All right. I can appreciate, especially in the NBA. I know we got jokes all the time that there's no defense in the NBA, but every now and then we might see a good defensive play. I thought that was very big. It's in a very important game because the loser of this game, man, they got to go home.
They
So
gone. They
they
back
gone.
in their shit. They
gone.
got to go home, but God gets the hell up out of here.
You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. So, yeah, man. So I love it. Hey, it gotta go. Hey, but that was a great play by Jakob Poeltl. Patrick Williams. So he's on the scoreboard 1-0. But I got a good feeling that Patrick Williams got some retribution off that block dunk. Just saying. I think he did. Let's take a look.
Kobe White into Patrick Williams, drives the baseline. Oh, caught a body.
Oh, my. Kobe White attacking. Maybe attacking is not the right word because this is actually attacking. Oh, my goodness.
Former sixth man of the year, as I said, at Florida State. You know, Coach Charlton Young at Florida State.
You heard what he said. Caught a body.
Thank you. I was watching that game live and I caught that audio. I was like, holy shit, yes, he did, man. That's balls and everything. That was one of those, man.
Hey, you know it's bad for you when the announcers call it how us like we not backed by ESPN, we're not backed by the mouse Disney. You know, we ain't got the funding and we ain't got all that glitz and glamour. But you know, we just regular sports fans that got cameras and microphones. You know, we podcasters. So we do this out of enjoyment. So when we say it, you know, we just shit talking. But when the announcer who's doing his job and he gets handsomely paid for it to do and says the same things that we do, it's bad for you, dog.
Bro, and he said it right off the rip. It wasn't like he waited. It happened. He announced it. He announced it as he saw it, like what it was.
Hey, bro. Hey, come on, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, it's been a lot of people coming up on our show the last few weeks, MJ, that's been getting caught lacking.
Big time.
And you know, got some testicular prints on the back of their neck, on their face. Hey, man. Hey, y'all got to be careful around here. But great play by Patrick Williams. I got to give it to him. It's crazy. And I got to give the Chicago Bulls credit. So, let's dive right into it. You had the play-in game tonight, Chicago Bulls and Raptors. Look, I got to be honest. I don't know how the hell the Raptors gave this game away. Bro. They controlled that whole game, bro. They controlled it.
It wasn't until midway through the fourth quarter, give or take, is when Chicago actually like started really getting back into it, because they was hanging around at 10, 12, it jumped up to like 16. It's like this game could get out of hand at any second here. I mean,
they erased a 19-point deficit, man.
Yeah. Yep.
I was sitting there watching the game and I was like, man, I know we're going to talk about it tonight, but damn it, man, y'all got to do something to give me something worthy to talk about. And then sure enough, here we go. I'm looking at the Raptors and I'm like, man, what happened? And then I look at the stat sheet.
Yep.
And then I look at the stat sheet and I'm looking at the fact that, you had 36 free throw attempts to Chicago's 22. So I'm like, oh, well, come on, man. You're getting 36 attempts to the 22. I'm not saying that the whistle is favorable for you, but I'm looking at, hey, you should have put this game away. Because then I look at the free throw percentage, as in what was, the percentage of free throws that they made, and you got 50%.
That is straight
Say it. Say it.
Straight Schmet.
Schmet.
Basura.
Basura, Garbaggio, trash, dookie. I don't care what you call it in any language. That is absolutely terrible. Yeah. Put the Raptors in there right now. you gotta go home. You gotta go home. And look, I'm gonna call it what it is. Because you were so poor at the free throw line tonight. You know, Raptors may be, I'm not sure their regular season stats. I don't know how good they are at the free throw line as a team during the regular season, what they finished. But the fact of the matter is, this is a playing game, and it's the 9-10 game, which means you're playing for your survival. You lose, you go home. You choose the wrong night to shoot 50% from the free throw line. It's free throws. You know what's crazy, MJ? We talk about all the time in NBA. Fundamentals, get back to the basics, get back to simplifying it. Simplicity sometimes is your best friend.
Absolutely.
Yes. Keep it simple. You know what I'm saying?
Keep it simple, stupid.
So I look, fundamentals. Free throws are so fundamentally is entry level to basketball.
Dog, what I don't understand is you are good enough to make the league. You can't make a goddamn free throw?
The simple shit.
You've been doing free throws since you started playing basketball.
Hey, it's so bad that it make me gotta crack a beer open, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Bird, I got 99 problems, but the bananas ain't one.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Hey man, get y'all libations. Let's enjoy this show. But I mean, that's crazy, bro. I don't know how.
Because the thing is, like, when you start playing basketball, you know, a lot of them ain't strong enough to really shoot a three. You know what I mean? You know, as a little kid, you're chucking it up, trying to get to the basket.
Yeah.
So one of the first things they teach you, to lay up, and then move it back, to the free throw line.
Lay up and free throw.
Free throw. Like, how many goddamn times have you shot a free throw in your life? And like I said, you're good enough to make the league, but then you can't fucking make a free throw.
And Siakam had the favorable call on the 3-point foul. I didn't like the refs giving him continuation when Caruso fouled him, and they gave him 3 shots. I didn't agree with that. Okay, cool, but you had a chance to tie the game, even after you didn't blown the lead, and then the same Achilles heel that's sending y'all home rears his head, and you missed 2 free throws out of 3 when you had the opportunity to tie the game. The second free throw came up so short it barely even touched the rim.
I mean, if you look at the stat sheet with the free throws, Siakam was 5 of 11. What is it? Anunoby and an OG. I'll just call him OG. He was 3 of 8. He was 3 of 8. So combined right there, that's 8 of 19. You had Barnes. Scotty Barnes was 4 of 7. Polo was 1 of 2. Then Van Fleet 3 of 6. Now as a shooting guard, you should not be shooting 3 of 6 from free throw.
My goodness.
And then off the bench, they only had one guy off the bench shoot free throws. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. Achua. He was 2 of 2.
But the fact that you had a 19-point lead and you let it evaporate because you couldn't put the game away because you are not fundamentally sound.
Yep, and they couldn't stop Levine.
Oh, Zach LaVine got in his bag tonight. He got in his bag tonight. And I thought for sure I was like, oh, Raptors winning this game. They're just a better team. And sure enough, Chicago made me for sure eat my words. I know there's a lot of people that was thinking, "Oh, Toronto should have this." I
did not think Chicago was gonna win at all. Not at all. Especially when I was watching early, because I didn't watch towards the end. But I watched a good portion. First 3 quarters. Into the fourth quarter, and then I stepped outside for a little while. But from what I was watching, I was like, this is it. Like they're done. Like Chicago, like I said, they were just hanging around. They weren't making runs. They weren't really putting a dent into the deficit.
No.
They just hung it at like 10, 12, and then, like you said, jumped up to 19. And then Toronto shit the bed and sent packing. Go back to Toronto, if that's where you live, Saskatchewan, Ontario, wherever the fuck it is.
You know the bad part about this is Nick Nurse, the coach. Yeah, he's kind of been I don't want to say 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but he's been kind of talking like he's ready to step away from that coaching job in Toronto. So this is a bad way to go out if this is it for you in Toronto. Like
there was reports that he was thinking about stepping away.
Yeah. This is a bad way to go out.
Yeah.
To have your team not even show up when it matters. Hey, I like that. Hey, AP, I'm glad you're here because DeMar DeRozan's daughter, she was like every time that the Raptors would go up for a shot, she would scream at the top of her lungs, and ESPN caught wind of it, and they started split screening her when the shooter was shooting.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Bro,
I forgot all about that. You absolutely right, AP.
You know what? I love the fact that ESPN caught on to it and actually started split screening her, because you know what that does? That gets the youth involved, and you see that interaction that she probably don't even know that she was involved in. She's going to go home and she's going to get to tell her friends that I was on ESPN. That's going to make her day, dog. Imagine being a kid and you make it on ESPN because you helped distract the shooters of the Raptors. I mean, they couldn't make a free throw if the life depended on it tonight, bro. That was terrible. It cost you a 19-point lead, and it cost you your season. I think that's absolutely nuts. That you got to go home all of a sudden because y'all couldn't deal with just and y'all were at home. My thing is you there's no pressure when you shoot free throws at home.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Like last night, Mike Conley had some pressure free throws in that Lakers game,
especially that very first one.
Yes,
bro.
It rolled for a minute, but
I mean, he couldn't have shot the. I mean, a quarter of an inch less, and you missed it. He shot it just the right amount to get that bounce forward.
I hope she gets some sponsors. They should give her some sponsors, bro. That'd be dope. Like a Vivid Tix, like one of these ticket companies, and say, hey, won't you be the streaming fan to distract the free throw shooter or something like that? Yeah. All right. So if y'all heard it here from AP and I.O.W. Sports, go give DeMar DeRozan's baby girl a sponsor, one of y'all little ticket companies, because I think that'd be a dope commercial. I can see it already. You want to distract your most hated opponent? Get Vivid Tix.
This how you do it.
I like that.
Now that we know that AP is in the house.
You see it? The double one.
AP? Yeah, number 3 in the list. Abso-fucking-lutely.
But for those who didn't catch last night's show, we had an impromptu GOAT list at wide receivers in NFL history. We both had Jerry Rice at 1. We both had Randy Moss at 2. I went T.O. at 3. MJ went Fitzy at 3. I went Chris Carter at 4, and I think 5. I had what did I have at 5? Oh shit.
Calvin Johnson?
No, I didn't have Megatron at 5.
Steve Largent. Did you have Largent?
Oh, you had Steve Largent at 5.
I had Largent at 5. You had
He said you can burn that after the show.
Dog. I bought this his rookie year.
I think I had Fitz at 5, if I'm correct. I had to look back at the tapes, but no, that was just a quick sidebar. And MJ was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go grab my Fitz jersey." I was like, "Yo, rock that joint." But no, man. But dude, back to this game.
If you knew the amount of jerseys that I have, bro, I could rock a different one every show for
months.
Dude, it's ridiculous. I collected jerseys when I was younger,
Yeah,
bro. I got outrageous shit.
you got hella jerseys. Yeah, I got it. I dig it. Do we need to have NFL top 5 debate tomorrow night? 3 positions. I'll be on if you want. Hey, AP, we can make it happen, man. If you want to be on the show tomorrow night, you know we can make it happen.
Let's do it. Absolutely.
I mean, look, there's the evidence you need. MJ was in the comments with you a month ago. Now he's on the show. So if you want to be on the show, we can make it happen, dog. We can make it happen, and we can have this live debate, and we gonna have a good content creation for an hour. I think that'd be dope if we can make that happen. AP, you let me know. So shoot me a message. I'll show you how to get set up. I mean, you ain't gotta have nothing fancy like me with a mic and camera, but you can do it off your phone. You can do it off your laptop. So we can make that happen, my G. We can definitely do that.
Absolutely. Let's get that fucking rolling.
Yeah, let's get that rolling. But man, Chicago, they got to take on the Heat. I believe Friday night for the battle of the 8th position. And so we'll see who gets that 8th position. And unfortunately, you're going to run into a steamroller called Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. So have fun with that. That's the prize that you win on Friday night. So that's what you get to win. AP says MJ, you get to pick positions. So
all right, we talking football, right?
Yeah, we're talking NFL.
Football.
Yeah,
okay.
Football.
So, all right, so we'll right off the top, before we end the discussion, I'll just say wide receivers. We'll throw that out because me and you threw ours out there last night. And AP threw out his things. But all right, we could do that.
I say,
and I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do like the conventional. Give me your running back, your quarterback, and your I'm what I mean. Like I'm going to say, give me your best defensive ends or your best
tight end would be a good position. That'd be a good debate. I think
we can do tight end. Best maybe best safeties instead of corners.
No, just say best secondary, because then you could throw safeties and corners in there. Because I mean they kind of do the same thing. Maybe not so much man coverage with your safeties, but they're there to stop the receivers from getting the ball. So same job in the end. But I mean, hey, I'll let you come on with the list. I'll let you and AP debate. I'll mediate, and we can probably say probably put a point tally. I'll give out points. We'll come up with a criteria. AP says people saying Lakers will upset. I'm like, that's cap. Here's my thing. Here's what I'm gonna say about the Lakers.
You the Lakers fan, so
yeah. Here's what
platform is yours.
I actually wouldn't have mind if they lost last night and then win the other game, because I think they're a better matchup against Denver than what they are against Memphis. I just think Memphis is too athletic, too young, and there's not enough. I'm not saying there's not enough athleticism, because I do believe that the Lakers did get better athletically after the trade, but still, Memphis, to me, their athleticism is top tier. And then who's actually going to be the one to guard Ja Morant? Who's going to do that? That's my first question off the top of my head. Who's guarding him? Yep. Because anybody on the Lakers right now, I don't see anybody that's going to be able to guard him. If you're going to put LeBron on him, okay, that's fine. But I don't think he's fast enough. And the point, my point is I think he's too big, and I think that'll put him in foul trouble ASAP if you put him on Ja.
Oh, absolutely, bro. Ja will posterize him.
Well, not just posterize him. I just think his basketball handling skills are pretty good, and I think he would have.
He's gonna break his ankles.
Yep, I think he would catch LeBron flat-footed a lot of times, and then he'll reach, and then next you start tallying up them reach-in fouls, and then next you're gonna have to sit for majority of the first half. So,
how's Dennis Schroeder on the defensive end?
Dennis, he's all right.
It's all right.
He's all right, but asking him to guard Ja, no. I don't think he's good enough defensively to stay in front of Ja. And matter of fact, I don't even see any person on the roster fast enough to stay with Ja.
There's not many people in the league that can really defend him.
And that's what I'm saying. That was a better matchup style-wise to go against Denver. Now, Schroeder, I can see him staying with Jamal Murray. Hell, he wouldn't have to because they're not going to use him as a point guard anyway.
Correct. you know that the 7-foot center is going to be carrying the ball up. So, yeah, that's an easy one right there.
And that's another reason why I like the matchup for the Lakers. I've seen AD brutalize Jokic before. Jokic is a good defender. He's not on the same defensive level as I would say Embiid or Giannis, but I've seen, there's times where I want Anthony Davis to be more assertive in the paint. When he sees Jokic, he goes to the paint and he's assertive. And I've seen him abuse Jokic. Like, that's a better matchup for the Lakers. If they were playing the Nuggets, I would. And you've heard me say it a couple of days ago. I'm like, I think they would shock the NBA world and send the number 1 seed and possible MVP winner in Jokic packing. I just think they would. I don't feel the same against Memphis. I just think Memphis. The only way I see the Lakers beating Memphis is off the history of being in the playoffs from LeBron and him, tapping into playoff Bron and just having that more
basically you trying to say 8-on-5 because that's what it's gonna turn into.
It would be, yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially if he played against Ja. Oh, they are playing Ja, right?
Yeah, they are.
They are playing Ja. Yeah.
I don't think that's a good matchup for the Lakers, man.
It's not a good matchup, but I can see the referees. I can see them playing a role.
Certain calls go a little Lakers way.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's why I said 8. You're gonna be playing 8-on-5.
I won't be surprised. But here's my thing. Here's where because Steven Adams won't be playing. He's out for the rest of the playoffs. Jaren Jackson Jr., he's going to have to be very physical with AD. If he's very physical with AD, that takes AD out the game. I don't care what nobody say. AD, when he gets out physical played, he disappears from the game. Like, absolutely can't be found.
So who you going to put on LeBron then? You going to put Dylan Brooks on him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All day, right?
I would, because Dylan Brooks is the type of person where even if he fouls and is not contributing on the offensive side, I just need him to be a pest with LeBron on the defensive side, because you still got other scorers. Desmond Bane is a scorer. If you get Jaren Jackson going down the paint, so you got other people that can get you offensive points. So that's why I think that's just a bad matchup. And I'm looking at AP's last comment. I agree with you. It's something about Karl Anthony Towns. He got in stupid foul trouble, and it was stupid fouls. And I got to give the Lakers credit. They exposed it and they went after it. But we got to talk about how we were just talking about fundamentals with the Raptors losing to Chicago tonight. We got to talk about fundamentals in this Lakers and Minnesota game. If you're AD, you cannot put yourself in that position to even be close to Mike Conley to even get that call. I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen it on Facebook. Some people didn't like the call. Some people hated it. I'm indifferent. I could understand why the referee blew it, because the rules are you got to give the jump shooter a landing spot, and AD had his big fat damn foot right there where Conley was trying to land. So I can understand why you blow the whistle. I'm just more irritated at AD. This is because this is like this second or third time he's done this, where there's a game that the Lakers should have had in hand and put away. They let the other team creep in, and then in the last few seconds, AD makes a bonehead foul, and he gives up free throws. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like you got to be so oblivious to what the scenario is that you literally put yourself in that position to even cost yourself the game. That could have cost you the game. It could have.
Yeah, it very well could have.
Thank God that Minnesota Timberwolves went cold on the offensive side, couldn't make a bucket, couldn't hit the water standing on the middle of a yacht. Couldn't hit nothing.
As my late father would say, you couldn't hit the water if you fell out of a boat.
They couldn't hit shit.
Nope.
Man, you know what's crazy? We were showing Anthony Edwards some love last night on the show during the game because we played the top play. We had the block. And then once we got off the show, I'm looking at him. I'm like, yo, this dude is really looking like straight dookie right now.
He had a horrible game.
Nothing.
Horrible game.
He had a terrible game. Come on, bro. I hope he bounces back on that other game when they got to play. Who they got to play? They got to play the winner
tonight.
Yeah, play the winner of OKC and New Orleans. Bro, I'm looking at AD. I'm like, bro, that is the most boneheaded plays you can ever make in that situation. And I don't get it, bro. Like you got to be more self-aware of situations like that. That shit was trash, bro.
Absolutely was.
I didn't like that at all. AD, I saw somebody post. I can't remember who it was on Twitter. They was like, I love AD, but he's the most frustrating player to watch because you know the talent that he has, but you got to deal with the other stuff, the injuries, and then bonehead plays like this. It's frustrating. It is very frustrating because, like, come on, bro. It's silly. It didn't. I'm just looking at AD like, bro. Come on, man. That was Dookie. AP says Jackson Jr. shut down or slow down AD. Do we clown him for the defensive player of the year already? I mean,
honestly, he should be the defensive player of the year.
Talking about Jaren Jackson?
Yeah. I
mean, I would still go Embiid. I would give Embiid defensive player of the year and MVP. That's just me, though. That's just me. So I can see Embiid walking away with 2 trophies at the end of the season.
That's questionable.
I mean, yeah, the defensive player of the year is probably questionable. Now, I ain't got no questions about the MVP though. So I mean, we'll see how that goes. But man, I
just want to give a quick update on this game.
Yeah, what's the score?
We got 10 seed OKC 98 against number 9 New Orleans 95th. So it's 98-94 early fourth quarter.
98-94?
98-94 OKC. 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Oh, that's going to come down to a real good game. Hopefully, we're still on air by the time they finish. We'll give you guys that result.
Make that 98-96 with a timeout.
Yeah, so I mean,
Pelicans are on a 7-0 run in the last minute.
Speaking of the Pelicans,
okay,
they were showing Zion Williamson tonight, and I'm just looking at Zion Williamson again in street clothes. I'm confused because he says he's physically fine.
Mm-hmm.
I heard him say it.
You saw the interview, right?
Yeah. So if you're physically fine, why aren't you playing? But then after the fact that he says he's physically fine, he says, I think it's beneficial that I root my team on from the sideline. I don't want to, be a mess up to the chemistry or some shit like. I'm paraphrasing kind of what he said.
He doesn't want to come out and be rusty and throw the team chemistry off.
Okay, but that's up for the coach. Like you can put Zion in for 10 minutes, see where he's at. Cardio wise, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be good, but still, that's why you put him in 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
And I don't like the man, but Stephen A. Smith today was talking to JJ Redick about this very topic, and he had said about Zion, he goes, even if you're because he said, he goes, JJ Redick, he's like, if I know you're at least 80%, I'd rather have you on the court at 80% than
Not at all.
correct.
Yeah.
And he was making that comparison to Zion. He goes, listen, he goes, and he I think he went a little step further and said, you know, give me 15 minutes. You can't give me 15 minutes on the court. You know, even if you are 80, let's say you feel 100%. Okay, so you get out there.
But MJ, he said he's physically ready. If you tell me you're physically ready, then that means you should be playing, right?
I agree. But what I'm saying, like, even if you put him out there, and let's say he, he's playing like shit, and he's not hitting nothing. All right, then you could pull him.
You pull him out.
You know, but he is supposed to be the face of your franchise.
Y'all paid him like the face of the franchise. Knowing what you would,
and he's telling you he feels
physically fine.
He feels tip top. He's ready to go.
I'm just confused, MJ. You paid him max dollars already, knowing what you already gotten. You know you already got a guy that's going to miss some time. He played 29 games this season, y'all.
Bro, this cat
82 games.
This cat has missed 100. I think it was 169 games in his short career already. 169. That's more than 2 years worth.
I don't get it, bro. I don't. To me, that's probably one of the most bonehead GM moves is to go ahead and pay him. Definitely, a bonehead move there. But now, as the GM is sitting there and you're hearing this, what are you thinking? Trade him. That's what I'm thinking as GM.
But if he's telling you he's ready to go,
hey man.
But
MJ.
then turn around saying like, I don't want to. What?
And that's why I'm saying if I'm GM, I'm calling franchises right now. Hey, when we're able to push this trade through, hey, Zion on the block. Because my thing is when they made the extension and gave him the max deal, they were. I'm willing to bet that they were thinking of the potential of Zion Williamson.
Yep.
But the only problem is you're still getting the same result that you've been getting from is some flash and a lot of street clothes. That's what you're getting. A lot of flash, some flash, and a lot of street clothes. That's what you're getting with Zion Williamson. So my thing is at this point, let him be potentially coveted by somebody else. The team's still competing without him.
And maybe that's why he don't want to step in and at least for the playing game. Maybe if they advance.
That's a good point. If they advance, I look. I'm harping on them now, but I can say this: to your point, if they can get to the first round. Unfortunately, they'd be an AC, so they would get Denver. Which, let's be honest, it'd be nice to have Zion Williamson against Denver.
Yeah, absolutely would.
Because I think he would be a matchup hell for anybody over there in Denver. I think he'd be a matchup hell for Jokic because I think he's a lot quicker than Jokic. So good luck having Jokic. Try to stay.
Jokic. The way he runs is just like one pace is like just like a jog, like
a slow giraffe, bro.
Yeah, it's not a sprint. It's not a slow. He just it's just like a 7 foot thump.
Big old gullible muff.
Yep.
So I mean, hey, look, I'm just saying, like at some point, you can't keep thinking of potential of a player who keeps giving you the same result. Like at some point you gotta, I'm not saying give up hope, but I'm saying like you gotta start looking at this business wise because you didn't already gave the man the contract. You gave him the max a deal that's probably due to kick in either next year or year after that. Regardless, the fact of the matter is you're gonna have to keep paying because it's guaranteed dollars.
Yep.
So you telling me you're gonna keep paying for a little bit of flash and a lot of street clothes? That's not business smart. To me, that's business suicide.
I think if they trade him, they're gonna want him eating. They're gonna want him eating a lot of that contract.
Trust. If I'm the team acquiring Zion Williamson, yeah, y'all gonna have to eat some of the bill on this contract for real.
Like,
for
listen, yeah, I'll take him off your hands and I'll pay a certain price, but
I'll pay 75% of that contract if I'm the team acquiring. Y'all can pick up the other 25.
Shit.
You thinking different?
I'm thinking more like a 60-40,
Okay.
So somewhere in that range.
That was my initial thought. I was thinking that, but I was like,
that definitely can't be 50-50. So you got to push it, north a little bit. 60-40, 65-35, somewhere in that range.
I can go with 65-35. I can do that. If I'm trying to acquire Zion Williamson, say if I'm the
don't even say it. Don't even say it. Don't.
I
will shut this shit down. Don't do it.
All right, I won't do it, bro. I won't do it. I won't do it. You saw exactly where I was going.
Because you've thrown that at me a few times, Yeah.
AP saying, "Nah, F that. If you want them, kick out 70%." I see when I went 75-25. That was like, so I can see taking 70 and then New Orleans take 30. I think
even
that's
70.
still fair.
70-30 isn't bad. It's not bad either. 65-35, 70-30.
Yeah. Right in that range. I'm cool with it, with all that right there. But I'm with you for sure. I can't take on that full contract for potential of a guy that keeps giving you little flash and a lot of street clothes. I just couldn't do it. No. Look, that didn't work out for the Lakers. I guess it didn't. In my opinion, I don't think it worked out so much because that's what they got with Anthony Davis. I don't care what nobody say. I mean, we've had this discussion. If the bubble ring is all you got to hang your hat on, by all means, enjoy that shit. I know the real.
Yeah, I agree.
But no, man. What's the update on that game right there, MJ?
Update on the game. You have OKC just shot. OKC is shooting 2 technical free throws. They just made the first, so it's now 101-101.
Okay, so we're getting the game on.
He missed the second, so it's 101-101 with 7:52 left in the fourth quarter.
Bad. Looking at this game right now, looks like you got 3 starters on the Thunder who are in double figures. You got Dort with 25, Giddey with 27, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's my guy, Shai Glizzy. I like Shai Glizzy. He got 24.
He finally picked it up because in the first half, man, he had only he was under 10 in the first half. I think 5 at halftime, maybe 7.
Yeah.
It wasn't much when I had looked at it at halftime, and I was like, well, that's the reason why the score the way it was.
Yeah. Hey, I give it to the Pelicans. All starters are in double figures, but you see McCollum, who isn't having a great shooting night, and neither is Murphy, the third, Trey Murphy the third. So, but they're hanging in there, and they're making a game out of this. So, like I said, we'll keep updated on that.
Splash. New Orleans just took the lead, 104-103 with 6:50 left.
Oh boy! Oh yeah,
this is going back and forth.
Oh yeah. Hey, but this is what you like to see. And I know this is there's a lot of people who's not a fan of the play-in tournament. My initial thoughts when they rolled it out a couple of years ago, I was not a fan of it. Because my thing is if I'm the 7th and 8th seed, my thing is if you weren't better than me for 82 games, don't put me in a position to, have to fight for my spot when they weren't better than me for 82 games. That's just my opinion. So I was never a fan of the play-in tournament. But I will admit, the last couple of years, and including this year, that the NBA has done the play-in tournament. I gather, man, it's been some competitive basketball. It's been some playoff atmosphere type situations where you're getting the best out of some of these players and you're getting some competitive games. So I will give the NBA credit on that. I give them their credit on that. But I mean, it still bothers me a little bit that if I'm a 7th and 8th seed, you're telling me that I've been better than these other two teams all year. But if they catch me lacking on this one time, it's a done deal. Like, to me, that's I don't know. I just think
the way I would do it is, top 7's automatic. I mean, top 8 automatic. But if 8th is tied with anybody, don't have a tiebreaker criteria shit. Rock it out, play that game. If 8 and 9 are tied, let them two play a one playing game, for number 8.
I like that.
Or if like 3 teams are tied, where you got to work something out where, I guess the team with the best. I guess if it's 3 teams, you got to go to a criteria to where one of them gets.
Play for the seed, man. Compete.
Yep.
I like it. That's not a bad idea. Compete for it. I mean, that's what sports is about. Compete for that spot. So I mean, I don't know, but it's just. But then again, I can still see the other side of the coin on that too. They're saying, probably from the NBA, is more like, hey, well, yeah, you might have been better than 9th and 10th seed for 82 games, but let's see if you can, do it again.
Why should they have to? They should, have to prove it against number 1.
Well, you know why NBA did it.
Oh, I know why they did it, but
it's the driving force behind everything on anything sports related on why they, had that damn play-in tournament. Like I said, it's hell. You even said it the other day. It creates more revenue. It creates does create the excitement. But I mean, I don't know. It's just like I said, I'm always go back to that point. It's like, I'm not gonna keep playing a team that I've been better for 82 games. Just me. Real quick, the Tampa Bay Rays winning streak tracker. We are at 12 games now. Beat the Red Sox. Was it 9-7 today? I know you're still gonna sit on that train. Oh, they ain't play nobody, which is fair. I'm with you.
Listen, I'm gonna break it down real quick because I know these off the top of my head. Their first 3 series was against Detroit.
Trash.
We'll get there. Detroit, Oakland, Nationals. Okay. Combined record as of tonight, their combined record was 8-26.
Ugh.
Okay. Nationals had the most wins out of all of them with 4. So you had Detroit. One of the teams was 2-9, or sorry, 2-8, and the other team was 2-9 between Oakland and Detroit. Boston was a last place team last year. Mm-hmm. They lost Alexander Bogaerts. Okay, they don't have much over there. They really didn't retool too much. So Tampa Bay beating them, like you start off with 3 of the worst teams in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say the team that's okay. You had 2-9. Who is it? Oakland is 2-9. Worst team.
Trash.
Okay, they were the worst team. Detroit was 2-8.
Yeah.
There's a team that's 3-9. I don't want to say what team that was because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings on the show. Okay, and then you had the Nationals, who were 4-9, which was the 4th worst team. So that's who they started off with, and then they rolled to Boston. Boston was the last place team last year,
mm-hmm.
and they lost pieces and really didn't bring nobody in. So I'm not worried about them because they have not faced no fucking talent yet.
Nobody even worth mentioning, bro.
Nope. And people get, they can hang their hats on. Oh, it was Boston Red Sox. Look up and down Boston's lineup. They're not the Boston Red Sox of the cheating year and fuck them past years.
When they broke the curse, they're not even close. Not even close to that mid 2000s Red Sox. I mean, but I will say this: it's good to see. Just it's just a good little something that grabs your not casual. It grabs your casual baseball lookers when you see.
Hats off to them. They're 12-0. You can't take nothing away from that. They are 12-0.
Yeah.
But let me tell a quick story about the Yankees.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you saw the clip. Maybe I sent you the wrong one. During today's game, I think it was the first or second inning. Cleveland had second and third, and there was a fly ball to center field. There was one out in the inning. Aaron Hicks slid for the ball, and at first ruling, he caught the ball, so he doubled off the guy at second base.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, the new rule is you have 15 seconds to challenge the play. That's why they're speeding up the game. No more getting on the horn, waiting. You got 15 seconds to challenge the play. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams are off the field. They showed up on the Jumbotron that Hicks didn't come up with it cleanly.
Okay.
Crowd reacts.
Yeah.
Okay. The 4 umpires huddle. Mind you, Terry Francona never challenged the play. He never threw his hands up. He never told them, hold on, stop. I'm thinking about it. Nothing.
Yeah.
Time went by. The 4 umpires huddled because they had seen what was up on the Jumbotron. Okay. Suddenly they fucking review it. Without Cleveland challenging it, they review it. And there's clear video footage. And even Michael Kay said, he goes, I don't understand this. You got, the new rule is you got 15 seconds. He's like, but nowhere did Terry Francona notion to the umpire that he was, he wanted to challenge that play.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not a single fucking drop. Nothing.
So
umpires initiated it.
So, okay. So my question is it allowed that the umpires to initiate it?
No.
Huh. So they said, and so they're just making up rules as they go along.
That's why Aaron Boone came out fired up because the like I said, the 4 umpires huddled together, and then they went over to review it. And Aaron Boone came out. He says, "Oh, wait a minute. Like, you got 15 seconds to challenge. Like, they did not challenge."
Yeah. So why are you reviewing it?
Correct. And Francona didn't make a big deal for nothing. It was weird as shit.
Big deal. It helped his team.
No, but the way he acted was weird because it didn't seem like he knew what was going on either because he was standing in the dugout.
I got you. So he was probably there, just as confused as Aaron Boone was.
So when them 4 huddled, and then they started making their way off like they were going to review it, Aaron Boone came out like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, they're going to have to fix that because it's one. I can understand from one point of view if Terry Francona was was a one that initiated challenge and made it so. They were like, hey, let's challenge that. But my bigger problem is why are these umpires using the Jumbotron to do their job for them, to fix their problem? Yep. Y'all missed the call live. They didn't challenge it
because the crowd reacted when they played it up on the Jumbotron and showed that Hicks didn't come out with it cleanly. Cleveland crowds reacted like, oh, and that's when the umps took notice. Then they huddled together.
Wow.
Way beyond the 15 seconds. And like I said, and this is being no bias, they showed Terry Francona on camera. He did not challenge this.
Yeah.
He didn't say, hold on.
Yeah, he didn't make any notion that he wanted to challenge. Yeah.
Nothing. Not one notion that he wanted to challenge it.
Do better, Rob Manfred. Rob Manfred. Do better. This, like, look, here's the thing, Rob Manfred. You and your peoples running Major League Baseball, y'all done created all these rules, changed the game that's been played a certain way for centuries. You've been playing with the game. You trying to explore, trying to find something to grab these younger generation, trying to grab these short attention span people. That's what you've been doing. You're trying to make the game more exciting. We get it. I understand it. Do I like all the choices you make? No, but I understand what you're trying to do. I get it. And Matt, back me up with this. He's a diehard baseball player, baseball fan. Played baseball. He's more traditional than I am, so I'm pretty sure there's things about the game that you're changing that he probably 100% despises. You're going to ruin your core audience the more and more you keep trying to tinker with the sport and try to experiment and find how can I get more young people watching our product, content, viewers. If you keep trying to play with the sport, trying to make it more friendly for those people who don't watch your sport on a regular basis, you're going to alienate people like MJ and others who've been supporting your content for years because you're messing with their sport.
Why are you changing the rules? Period. No reason to change the rules. No reason to change the type of baseball you use every year.
Mm-hmm.
You get one baseball.
Yeah.
One baseball. Use the same one every fucking stadium, every game.
Yeah.
Not 3 different balls where we're gonna send 50% over here, 30% here, and then 20% there. Use the same fucking ball. Why are you tinkering with the ball every year?
Yeah.
It's a baseball. Why are you messing with it?
You're messing with the baseball, you're messing with the game, you're messing with a lot of stuff that hardcore baseball enthusiasts like MJ, you're going to start pissing them off.
Oh, they already done pissed me off. I'm not even gonna lie, they already done pissed me off, man. We're not even gonna go there because that could be a whole show in itself.
I mean, but it's and I saw AP's comment I put it up real quick, but and I agree. Like, okay, so in baseball, you're gonna argue about balls and strikes till the end of time in baseball. That's guaranteed. Matter of fact, that's expected. That's baseball. Now, obviously, I'm going to harp on you umpires who egregiously miss balls and strike. Angel Hernandez, I'll jump on you, all day. But I can excuse that because that can be fixed. But all these other stuff, you blatantly missed a call like that, and you're using the jumbotron to fix your problem. Come on now.
And especially when it wasn't even initiated by the team or by the manager.
Somebody got to speak to that. Somebody on that the umpire crew, the crew chief of that umpire crew got to speak up for that.
Bro, I mean, but the best payback was not only did the Yankees come back and win, because after that, they, that put a run on the board and runners back on the base. But anyway, a couple of innings later, who was it? Cabrera? I think it was Oswaldo Cabrera. I think he roped a shot over the center fielder's head.
And y'all end up winning 11-2 anyway. So
who what?
I said y'all end up winning 11-2 anyway. So I mean that's the best payback anyway.
No, that was yesterday. We won today 4-3. But what I was trying to say is
okay.
Today, what happened, it was a shot over the center fielder's head, and on the relay, center fielder threw it into the second baseman. Second baseman went to gun it home. Dude, he caught the umpire right in the back of the head. The umpire was standing in between between the pitcher's mound and second base, and he had his, when he saw the ball coming in, he turned to like look towards home to watch the play. Dude, hit it right back in the head, dude. He dropped like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah, I just saw it. Your homie got
up and then
hospitalized for that joint too. I saw that.
Dude,
yeah,
it was like a straight fastball right to the back of the head.
Ugh. Damn, that's brutal. Yeah, they end up tossing Aaron Boone, of course, which hey, he's supposed to stick up for his squad. He's supposed to take that bullet, take that injection, just to say that he got his team's back. Hey, I like it. I love it. That's
because
what a manager's
it was completely wrong. It was completely wrong by the umpires.
What's gonna be the tipping point or the piss you off moment. Major League Baseball is gonna look at that situation tonight, and by the end of the week, they're gonna issue an apology. We missed it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Damn you and your apology. Get the shit right.
Now, what if that would have cost the Yankees a loss?
And unfortunately, what if AL East crown comes to one game at the end of the season, or having the number one seed comes down to one game?
Yep.
And what if y'all lost that game tonight off that bullshit? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and this is not just baseball, basketball, football, all sports. There's going to be some bad officiating, regardless. I'm just saying across the board that officials need to be held accountable for bad calls. Whether you take money away, whether you take the opportunity to officiate a very important game, a Super Bowl, a finals, a World Series game. I don't care how you do it. I've heard a lot of sports talkers say this. They should start having media availability for the refs or the officials.
Dude, I would support that 100,000 times.
I've heard that a million times, and you know what? Why not? Just think about it. Think about it, y'all.
Everybody else has to stand up to
it. Boom. So, and I agree with you right there. When a player misses a key play, messes up, makes a big key mistake, or y'all quick to put the cameras and the microphone in front of a player. So my thing is, when you have a official make a bad play, or the official makes a very key wrong call, he should be held accountable, and he should answer to the sports fans. Put his ass in front of the camera, make him answer the same questions that y'all would ask a player, like, hey, what were you thinking in this moment, or did you see this, or does this hey, them tough questions need to be asked for them too, and they need to stand up there 10 toes down, be a man or be a woman about it, and answer the questions, and deal with the same scrutiny that a player would. And
the player has to go through it. The coach has to go through it.
Yeah.
Some of the owners go through it.
Yeah.
GMs go through it.
Yep.
Why not?
Why not the refs?
Why not the ones that actually make the call?
They're part of the game, are they? Are they not? I mean,
they're there every game.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, MJ. I mean, you can't have a baseball game, football game, basketball game, hockey game without officials, right? They're part of the game, right?
That's what they say.
Absolutely.
I mean, unless you know different. That's the sports I know.
Stand up for your bad calls. Stand up for your mistakes, just like a player would. Just like when a coach, hey, man, why didn't you make this adjustment? Yeah, that was a bad coach mistake. They got to stand up and take it. GM, hey, man, that was a bad trade, man. All right, you were right. I didn't pick the right quarterback. They stand up for it.
Yes,
Come on now. Come on,
yes,
ref.
They do.
It's to me, it's. I think that's something that and this is what I've said before about the XFL. They do a lot of access given to us when they're making calls. Because what they do is they got the whole referee command center with Dean Blandino, and he's like, yeah, spot the ball at the 34. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah. I'm not seeing a hold. And they're communicating with the refs on the field, and they got the, like literally, he's seeing everything. He's got angles all over the place over the field and watching this and spot the ball there, or he was hit here, or the ball went out of bounds here, and like they're precise. And that's something I think other sports need to probably implement and find a way to, take the refs out of the game. If you make it so precise and make it easier for them to do their job, and so what? It looks like, you got the little dog on the leash and you walk him to the fire hydrant and I want you to piss outside, not in my house. So what? You got to lead him out there, My thing is get it right so that we're not having fans downright mad and pissed off, or players getting fined and ejected. Because what happens when there's a bad officiating situation and a player speaks on it or a coach speaks on it? They get fined. Yeah. Cha-ching, your pocket is light. And so, to me, that's not fair to keep continuing to docket people money over stuff that is obliviously wrong. Like, I can understand if they're crying about officials and everybody's looking at the same game and like, bro, you just whining. You lost. I can understand that, but that's not the case. People get mad and pissed off when you cost them games, cost them money, and cost them possible opportunities at championships for bad officiating. You got to pay for that. Come on, officials.
And you even hear some of the players, like some will say, like, I can't answer this question. I don't want to, I don't want to get fined. And then you got the other ones, like, listen, I'll pay the fine. I don't care. Like, fine.
Oh yeah, some don't even care. They're like, hey, I got my checkbook right here. I know I'm about to pay some money, so hey man, y'all officials trash, dog. How much?
When you making that many millions?
Yeah.
What's 25,000?
Oh, come on. If I was making LeBron money in the league, I would talk shit to the officials all the time. I'm like, bro, y'all trash, bro. And keep my checkbook right in my hand as I say it. I wouldn't even care.
Here's my bank card.
Yeah. Go ahead, swipe that joint real quick.
Trust me, there's enough in there.
Oh yeah, it'll cover it. Matter of fact, take 3 more payments because I'm about to say some other shit next week and week after that.
Yeah, right. Take my early payment now because you're officiating our game in next Thursday. So
facts.
Here's the fine for that game.
For real. We're gonna stay on real quick. So if there's anything pressing off the top of your head, because I want to share with the rest of the folks who haven't been paying attention to this OKC New Orleans game. It's coming down to the wire. I think we're at 6.2 seconds left.
Yes, sir.
New Orleans just got fouled. I'm sorry, OKC just got fouled. And that's coming off a block. They couldn't get the rebound, and then OKC got the rebound, and then he got fouled. So it looks like
they put 0.8 of a second back on the clock, so it's 7 seconds flat.
Did you see that Rodgers trade? I'll believe it when I see it.
No, that's what the Jets want.
Oh, he's Packers.
I mean, what the Packers want
next year.
Yeah, they want a second and a guaranteed, next year. Guaranteed first round.
That's all they want for Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah. That's
it?
From what I read, a second this year, guaranteed first next year. And I don't know if there's any other compensation, but
hold up. Hold the fuck up. Hold up. So we've been having wait a minute. So we've been having this hold up in this drama for a second round this year and a first round next year? Is that what y'all telling me? We've been having this hold up for a second round this year and a first round next year. So we've been having all this unnecessary talk, all this unnecessary blah 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 for a second round this year and a first round next year. That's it. Oh man, come on, man. What are we doing? Something else got to be part of this.
All right, I'm looking at it right now. It says the Green Bay Packers reportedly want a 2023 second round pick and a guaranteed 2024 first rounder in return from the Jets for quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Charles Robinson reported added that the Packers are willing to give the Jets some draft compensation back in 2025 if Rodgers retires after the 2023 campaign. However, Robinson reported Jets owner Woody Johnson refuses to deal a guaranteed first-round pick. Well, there you go.
Wait, so we arguing about picks? Wait, hold on. Did I hear you say correctly that the Jets want a future draft pick in case Aaron Rodgers retires in the next 2 years?
I'm going to read exactly what's written here. It says, Green Bay Packers reportedly want a 2023 second-round pick and a guaranteed 2024 first-rounder in return from the New York Jets for quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Charles Robinson of Yahoo Sports reports the news that the Packers are willing to give the Jets some draft compensation back in 2025 if Aaron Rodgers retires after only one year. However, the same reporter says Jets owner Woody Johnson refuses to deal a guaranteed first-round pick.
So pretty much we're still at a stalemate then. So here's my thing. If I'm the Jets and you want Aaron Rodgers, you are well aware. So I just went final 123, 118. OKC advances. New Orleans is sitting home.
Good to buy.
Yeah, pack your bags. Stay down in Big Easy. OKC, they will take on Minnesota.
Yeah.
When are they doing that? Yeah, that game's on Friday.
Friday at 9:30.
Yeah. Here's my thing, man. The Jets, my thing is, you already know how Aaron Rodgers has been doing his thing. So you got to understand that the possibility of him retiring is a possibility. If I'm the Packers, like, bro, this is what you signed up for. This is what the hell we've been dealing with for the last few years. Why would I give you compensation for that? That's just how I see it.
You got a point.
Why the hell would I give you compensation for that? You want him so bad, you deal with all that comes with his ass, and that's possible retirement. This is what you want, right? Here, you take on all of it because we've been dealing with all of this for the last few years, whether he's in or out, depending on how much ayahuasca and mushrooms he took, and depending on how much he's feeling that day. So that's what we've been dealing with. It's your turn. Why would I give you compensation for that?
If they feel they could win it all with Aaron Rodgers this year, you make the trade.
Yeah.
But it tells me that maybe the owner doesn't feel getting Aaron Rodgers will push them over the threshold of the Patty Mahomeses and the Josh Allens and the Joe Burrows and the Lamar Jacksons.
Hey man, you know what? I'm gonna end the show because I got so much I want to say, and I think we need to touch this tomorrow because there's a lot of thoughts going through my head about this whole scenario and what I just heard, and I'm just sitting here thinking like, "Ooh, Jets, you just put yourself in a corner, and you put yourself in a real silly, unnecessary predicament." And y'all gonna hear what I got to say about that tomorrow because I got a lot of thoughts going on about this whole because I'm like I thought we should be done with this situation now. We should be done with this situation anyway. Look,
This has been ongoing too long.
Too long.
Too fucking long.
tap in with us tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to close out the week with another great show for episode 296. Shout out to Let's Talk Sports YouTube channel. Our friends over there simulcasting the Late Night Owl Show. As always, you see it on the bottom of the screen, all the social media platforms we're at. Twitter, I.O.W Sports 1, Facebook, Instagram, I.O.W Sports Network, and most importantly, the YouTube channel, I.O.W Sports Network. Like, share, subscribe, hit those bell notifications every time. Yeah, every time we drop some content. Hey, catch me on Twitter, Casey Walcott-Mar on Facebook and Instagram. Hey, man, we got over that hump on Wednesday, and we're going to get to Thirsty Thursday tomorrow, y'all.
Well, today was Wet Your Whistle Wednesday.
Wet Your Whistle Wednesday. I love it. I love it. Hey, man, peace and love. Y'all be safe out there, and go enjoy the rest of y'all Thursday, and y'all tap in with us tomorrow night, Thursday night, 11 p.m. Peace.
Silent Hill TDS. Hitchhikers.
Yeah, smoking so much dope, I'm seeing traces. Visual lasers, know the cross the scene is dangerous. Aggressive like behavior, couple monsters for my neighbors. Resisting human nature, persistently getting greater. Bloodshed like the Terminator.